Hi, Andrew Bell with you as we here on the Gold Coast bask in some of the most beautiful autumn weather that the Gold Coast has experienced in a long time. No wonder the house full sign up is in so many of our tourist facilities, given it's school holidays for many of our states here in Australia. What's really setting the Gold Coast apart from most other markets in Australia at present is our continued migration and population growth. Many parts of Australia are suffering with a significant correction in their real estate prices, but that's largely because they have very little demand and an ever-increasing supply of sellers who are struggling with mortgage repayments, meaning they're more motivated sellers. Some might even say desperate sellers are coming to the market. Now, an article just circulating here in Queensland this week showed the heading, "Standing Room Only." It's highlighting the forecast that there will be 1 million more people moving to Queensland between now and the Olympics in 2032, 9 years away. No other part of Australia can claim that sort of population growth as a percentage of their current population. Apart from the migrators who are moving here presently, and they're largely from New South Wales at present, we know that there will be some 400,000 people migrating to Australia from overseas during this year and next. And this is just going to add to the acute housing shortage, particularly here on the Gold Coast. This will just continue to support our real estate market, not only in the medium term, but also right now. An example of that was our in-room auctions last Thursday. And again, we're setting records for the country. 18 properties were submitted. And whilst one property had no registered bidders, all of the others had anywhere between 2 and 16 registered bidders. 14 of the 18 properties sold on the day, and 2 of those properties sold with sale prices 500,000 over reserve. There was an incredible buzz in the room, and it just continues to show that the Gold Coast is an exciting marketplace that so many people want to be part of. Now, this really highlights what I've been talking about in recent months, and that is that we have to be very clear with what we read in the media. So often it's about an average national performance and doesn't identify some markets that are doing it very hard in Australia, and other markets like the Gold Coast that are truly holding solidly. There'll be many buyers who will simply miss out on opportunities at present, believing that what they're reading in the paper, which is a reflection of the whole of Australia, is actually what's happening here on the Gold Coast, and it's not. For those who are feeling some pressure from the combined interest rate increases and the cost of living increases, we see that there are record levels of refinancing around the country at present. One thing to be certain of is that your bank charges a loyalty tax. In other words, you'll find it cheaper to actually borrow from a competitor than from your own bank. So, if you'd like to have a check-in on your mortgage to see whether a better rate and therefore low repayments are achievable, click the link below this video and you will connect to our loan market operation, which is the second largest financier in Australia for home loans, to ensure that you are getting the best interest rates possible. Now, in closing, it'd be remiss of me not to highlight an exciting and amazing commercial opportunity in Mount Tamborine, which is now one of the hottest markets on the Gold Coast. So many of our interstate migrators chose to move to acreage when coming here to the Gold Coast, and so Mount Tamborine is a bustling commercial centre now. Lee Koenig, who's one of Australia's iconic country and western stars, has held this property for well over 10 years. But he has a new exciting business opportunity which requires the capital out of the sale of this property. The property features one of the Gold Coast leading patisseries. It's the anchor tenant, but it's in such a prominent position in the gallery walk, the main street, that it's always going to have strong demand for tenancies. Mount Tamborine is going from strength to strength. So if you'd like to learn more about this particular property, you'll see the link to Peter Leducas, who is handling the marketing of this property on behalf of our office. Well, wherever you are in the world, wishing you all the best. I can't help but remind you that it would be very hard to find a better place to live or invest than here on the Gold Coast. Any way we can help you at any time, please let us know. Best regards for now.